All right. It's another episode of the Killer Kaiju podcast. We are here with a Friday the 13th film once again. The last one in this handy dandy box set we have of the 8-movie collection that Josh has so lovingly provided for us to do this podcast. Which one is this, Josh? This is part 8.
This is the worst one.
Friday the 13th.
Second worst.
So this is the movie we're watching today, folks, is Friday the 13th, part 8. Jason Takes a Boat. Oh, I mean Manhattan. Oh, sorry. Jason takes
Vancouver.
Yeah. It's a fun film. I feel like this is one of these films you watch with your buddies and you tear apart and have a good time. You don't really have to pay attention to it, and you can just kind of make fun of it, especially if you've seen the movies before. It's not to, we'll get into it as we get. It's not to pick at like how Jason moves, because Jason's really good in this. It's a lot of the fault of this movie is the studio, and we'll dive into some facts behind that. If this is your first time on the podcast, God, I'm so sorry. This is we do a commentary / podcast where we watch the movie. We give you our thoughts, opinions, and review while we watch the film, along with some fun facts as we get through it. We provide a countdown verbally if you're listening to this on one of our fantastic listening platforms, such as Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And if you're watching on YouTube, we also provide a visual timestamp. So if you like to come back, if you got something you got to do, you can come back and still watch along with us where you are at the film. As always, with these films, as long as both of us have seen them, there's spoilers right from the get-go, people. Usually with our movies, one of us has seen it, one of us hasn't, but a lot of them we maybe both have seen, because let's be real, some of the older horror films we've both seen because we're nerds.
Yep.
So that's how she goes. So without further ado, folks, we'll give a little countdown. We'll hop right into this, whatever this movie is.
It's a movie. It's a movie.
It's from 89, so at least it's getting a little newer. So like it's an 80s film. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Let's get her.
All right, folks. So on the count of 3, 2, 1, and action. Here we go. I would already say that this film is pretty low on my kill count for Friday the 13th films on my ranking list. It's not the greatest for its story, not the greatest for its kills, but very high in potential, I would say, because I feel like this one had the potential to be, Jason's really big breakout movie where he would kind of get out of this generic stereotypes. So, hey, there's 2 buildings there that aren't there anymore. The Twin Towers.
Oof.
It's always really cool to see those in older movies, because obviously they aren't standing there anymore.
Yeah. Oh, there's Batman.
So it's really cool to see them in movies and like to see like how big of and how main of the skyline they really were.
Oh yeah.
I love you see
building.
Josh just pointed out, you can see the original Tim Burton Batman advertisement on Times Square there.
And Coca-Cola above it. Give us your money.
Really though. You notice that Times Square wasn't really that busy then. Not a lot of people there. I imagine they
rough neighborhood.
Out, so I mean, yeah, not really. Main Times Square isn't that bad.
Rough neighborhood. Ninja Turtles.
I mean, the entire state of New York is a pretty rough neighborhood, and depending on what you're comparing it to. So, good old Manhattan. Okay, come on. Like, I love how this guy's walking down this dirty, gross alleyway in a full suit and tie and this nice, clean umbrella. Like, you're just asking for that to happen, bro. What were you thinking?
It makes me think of Gotham way more than New York.
Yeah. Oh,
now it's Ninja Turtle, Master Splinter.
It's Master Splinter. This is how he arose, and he took all the money out of that wallet, and that's how he got his start. Yeah. Well, I mean, they took all the money, but it's just fake ID.
I'm a human.
See on the wall there, it's breakfast for $3.50.
I wish.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty expensive, but I mean they are
chocolate milk 20 cents.
Yeah, that's a deal. Oh, look at these revolutionary escalators, so cool. And then there's just graffiti all up the sides. I love it. It's funny because I mean, back when these things were first built, they were so revolutionary, right? And yet they got graffitied and like so much stuff had happened to them, and they didn't really take good care of them. But now, like that kind of area, probably these days, is probably spotless.
And they're just shooting them fucking heroin for like 5 minutes into the movie. Not even.
And they're fucking going straight for the fucking drug use here. So
They
you
should
know
die
they're gonna
first.
die. Yeah,
Oh.
really though. They're going first. Statue of Liberty, where are the Ghostbusters at? They're gonna make it walk and save the day.
I hope so.
Oh my god. So
That's how they killed Jason in this one.
it was what the last film was Kane Hodder's first appearance as Jason, right? In New Blood.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this would be Kane Hodder's second time portraying Jason. So I feel like his portrayal of Jason in this one is good because this is when he was really comfortable in the role. Like he's already played him once. People loved him for it. So I feel like this is when he was really comfortable. And like we were saying earlier, it's not his portrayal of Jason. It's not the actors who are in this movie. They're actually pretty decent.
It's the story.
It's just
That's
the
the part that they lose
story.
me.
Like, not to mention, I mean, like we said, we're talking spoilers here. Like, Jason always kills at the camp because it's like his area, right?
Mhm.
So, what all of a sudden decided that he was gonna follow these people all the way to Manhattan, and then on top of that, he doesn't like murder anybody in Manhattan. Like like if even if they're in his way, kind of, but like he's a mindless killing machine. Wouldn't he kill everyone because everyone there is a sinner?
And like, even because it's another spoiler, but eventually, he falls off the boat. Does he walk the rest of the way to Manhattan? Like underwater?
I
Like,
know. Well, he
I have
hangs on.
questions.
He hangs on to the boat. If I remember correctly, he's like hanging on somehow by like one of the ropes overboard or something, if I believe so.
I don't know, man. Oh, titty.
There you go. Side boob, big nipples. What kind of jeans is he wearing? Levi's, probably. knows?
Levi. Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Product placement.
There you go.
Levi's.
Exactly.
They'll get you
Levi's.
titty.
Get you titties. Get you killed.
Hopefully the titty before killed.
Right. This is another one that just drives me nuts. Like, just of course, the silliest alignment of things to bring Jason back.
And then Jaws comes out, gets electrocuted.
I know. God damn it.
I
See,
do
this is
want the
another
little
reason I hate the
houseboat, though.
water. I know. I like the boat, like the little yacht going on, but like, fuck, man. Like, why?
Jimmy, something's bothering you.
Right around it. You're literally on the lake, you dumbass.
Yeah, I'm the asshole. Be like, yo, can we go tomorrow? Like,
Yeah.
I want some of the cabin. Like where'd this other fucker die? I'm morbid like that, man. I would have just been like, can we go, please, please, please?
It's not a very good anchor if it's just lifting along the bottom of the water. Like, it's supposed to keep the boat intact.
Really?
That's his name. I don't like this. See, he doesn't have any deformities.
Yeah, I not a fan.
Like, I don't.
Help.
I don't. This is one of these movies where I'm just like, what were they thinking?
Do you think it's because it's 30 years later, right? So like the image of Jason has been lost at this point and he's only heard the story. So in his mind, he just seems like a normal fucking kid.
Maybe. Yeah, I would say that.
I don't know. I'm trying to just justify it,
credit,
but
yeah.
I'm just trying to be like, well, 30 years and you start losing like little points of the story where he's like, oh, some kid that drowned.
Yeah. Again,
like Richard Ramirez shit or some shit. Like, nah.
They kind of fixed the issue because I remember in the last one, Josh was like, why is his legs not floating up? Blah, 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 blah. At least in this one, he's crushed by wood and held down by chains. So it makes a little more sense. Okay.
And it's just cutting, and I don't know, man.
I want you to know that this is electricity that supplies electricity to the town, and it's thick reinforced wire that's supposed to withstand things hitting it and everything like that to keep everything powered up. And this little anchor just tugs on it the wrong way, and boom, it goes. Done.
I almost feel like we got to do a side quest on the whole Kane Hodder thing and watch like the BTK movie and Ed Gein one.
Oh,
just
yeah.
So we can appreciate. Oh, and also Hatchet.
We said we were going to do some of the live killer, like, kind of reimaginings and documentaries and get Taylor back on the show as well.
But that's definitely a good crossover for Kane Hodder as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, but for some weird reason he's playing him.
Can't be chained, can't be tamed.
And his like normal finger.
Bro, tips. Like, wipe off your hands after you jerk it. Damn, man. Got all this spunk all over his hands.
Hanging out with Slimer too much.
Yeah, he got in a fist fight with Slimer.
And
I
he
mean, who
won.
doesn't want to punch Slimer in the face though?
I want to hug him.
He slimed
Ghostbusters
him.
is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Worth it.
God damn, Bill fucking Murray.
And come screw me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Stop screwing around and come screw me.
Missed opportunity.
Right. Like, at least if you're gonna go full B movie with this film, at least like put the B movie lines in it.
I almost feel like we needed a counter for things we hate and things we like. And it'd be like +1, -1.
I remember seeing this at first, the first time I watched this, and being like, whoa, why'd he get so clean all of a sudden? And I'm like, oh, he's pulling a prank.
Yet he just so happened to have the mask.
With the mark on it and everything.
Yep.
How?
I told you that
Why?
story just to scare you. Ha 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 ha.
Like, it's literally his mask. It's probably the prop they had from the last movie, and he just has it.
Get your grandpa underwear back in the fucking bed. I mean, if he was a horror buff like Papa over here, I have one.
I guess.
but like I highly doubt it.
But
That's
yeah,
all
but
I'm
that's
saying.
that the movies are self-aware, and that's totally not the case.
Like just so happen to have the mask, just to be like where Jason is. I don't know, man.
I think the kills in this movie have good potential, but again, they got censored by the, oh my god, why am I forgetting the abbreviation for it? What is the name of the people that they have to put their movies through? The CCA. I'm having a brain fart here. I'll get the name in a bit, but they had to heavily censor everything as always, which fucking ruins it. As always.
Okay, so this Jason has a wider mask, but this one fits better.
I agree. I mean, Kane Hodder's got a pretty large head.
It's the neck, man. The thing is thick.
Yeah. Kane Hodder is Jason Voorhees, and it sucks that he got...
Kane Hodder's not dead.
No, I was gonna say it sucks that he got the worst movies.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
Kind of,
dead.
you know.
I was like, what the fuck?
I do like the guy who played him in part 3, and I guess part 4, I think, as well. I really enjoyed that guy. I thought he did a really good job. Yeah. I really enjoyed it, but Kane Hodder's where it's at. But I also feel like if you took Kane Hodder's portrayal as Jason and put him in those movies, it wouldn't have the same effect. It would feel like a very different film, just because in those ones, like, Jason's more like a maniac on the loose, while in these ones, the way Kane Hodder portrays Jason is like, I am a super creature, super monster, like
The only one I'm not
unstoppable object.
a fan of is the CJ Graham one. I think it's Graham.
Yeah, that's
He walks too fast. It bothers me.
Jason Lives in New Beginning, right?
Yeah, it's the one with the weird gloves. And I'm like, I don't know why they gave him yellow gloves, but he walks too fast, and I don't like it. It bothers me a lot.
You think? Okay, here's my gripe, and I know it's a Friday the 13th movie, so they're always going to hide in stupid places. This scene goes on for way too long. I don't know what this. No, and he just slowly goes. I feel like she's screaming for like 10 minutes.
Should have just like left her in there.
Like, just finish the job already. I'm tired of listening to her. But if I was her, I would have just fucking yeeted over the side and dipped.
I feel like he probably would have too. Just like walked over, just fell over. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know. The Lazarus.
The Titanic.
That's what they wanted, but budget restrictions, And I know the director went on saying too that he agrees with the fans. So Rob Hedden originally wrote more of the movie in New York. Like at Madison Square Garden, there was a scene in a Brooklyn Bridge and the Statue of Liberty and the Empire State Building. But Paramount told him essentially that the budget wouldn't allow him to spend that much time in New York and was forced to rewrite the film. Because obviously, as Josh mentioned earlier, is a funny poke and prod. A lot of it was filmed in Vancouver, and then just the main New York
Canada
staplements like the Times Square and stuff, and some of the other shots were filmed in New York, but they didn't have enough money to close off New York.
Well, I was gonna say, could you imagine closing off all, like, not all, but a really big chunk of Times Square just to film Jason walking down the street?
Yeah, well, that's
You know
why
what
I'm
I
like,
mean? Like, I get it. Like, I do get it.
why choose
Like,
Manhattan? Why not just be like, Jason takes the nightlife or the city or something, like, or just change the title and have him be in a different city?
or
Why did it
just
have to be
not have him
Manhattan?
leave the fucking camp. Sorry,
Mhm.
I have my issue.
Like, I like the idea of Jason being in a
Ghost
town
ship.
and stuff and all that shit, but like, not Manhattan. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's too on the nose. Like, he would just get gunned down by police and like SWAT would be there in a minute. You know what I mean? But if you were to choose something like, I don't know, like literally not just to say because it's close by, but like Toronto. You know what I mean? Like a city that's a little less on the nose, so like they could still be in there, like in Vancouver. Have it be in Vancouver rather than fucking New York. Like,
Yeah, I mean, even if you just said it was Vancouver, then you could have just used a lot of Vancouver. But then again, Vancouver isn't really like iconic, I guess. Like it doesn't have as much landmark as New York does.
like they could have easily have had, where let's say something the camps closed down and they're doing construction and whatnot, right? And there's a boat that's taking a bunch of stuff to like this city because they're going to auction off a bunch of the lumber to somewhere else in another town. And Jason climbs aboard the boat just to kill them because they're disturbing his peaceland after they disturb him in the lake, right? And then he's on the ship and then he axes everyone on the ship. And it's kind of like a Jurassic Park deal, like, in Lost World where they have the T-Rex on the ship and the boat crashes in. And they could have done something like that where like the boat just collides with the harbor and then Jason like just starts on this killing spree. They could have had a cool thing where like the cops come onto the boat and they're all like, where's the crew? Where's the crew? And then they find them and he dispatches the cops one by one and goes on this rampage because he doesn't know where he is. And then you have some detective who's like trying to figure out the case and realizes they dig up on like serial killers that fits his persona and they find out about Camp Crystal Lake and they find out that they just have to bring him back to where he was and all this shit. Like there could have been a way better plot.
I'd agree. I just agreed.
Yeah. Like that already on its own was a better fucking plot for this than this movie.
You.
That sex what? And then they do this whole thing where it's like the captain and his son. And I'm just like, okay, like, come on.
You think that they chose New York because of like the hit with Ghostbusters and whatnot? Like a lot of movies
Yep.
were coming out from that, so they're like, we need New York.
Well, when did that and like I don't think Predator 2 came out a year after, yeah. Because Predator 2 is another one that went to the city,
Yeah,
like a killer to the
but
city.
like
It
little
was in
things
Los
like that
Angeles,
where
though.
I've seen a few where it's like, let's do like New York, Los Angeles, that kind of thing where it's bigger places.
But Predator works because Jason hard to hide in a city. Predator, he literally cloaks. And it makes sense because he's hunted them in the forest. He's hunted species like the predator lives to hunt for sport. So to go to a city where the stakes are higher and he has to be more careful, it makes sense. Oh, da-na-na. Okay, but why is he getting on the boat?
I don't know, man. This movie's fucking weird.
And you got another
Fuck
crazy
yeah, it is.
guy.
Ralph. This is like
Ralph.
young version of Ralph. You're all doomed.
It's his descendant. It's like one of his like long lost children. Because Ralph got all the bitches. So it's just one of his love child.
Like, I don't get why he just chose this random ship and he's like, all right, fuck it.
He senses all the horny teenager pheromones.
Like, normally he wants to go to the fucking camp, man. Like, that's kind of dope, though.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time, but it doesn't seem like a time for Jason to be there.
No. Makes me want to watch Ghost Ship, though.
Yeah. Watching this movie pretty much makes you want to watch any other movie. So,
besides Jason Goes to Hell.
Boom roasted. I would rather watch Jason Goes to Hell than this movie.
Nah.
At least it has a different plot, and at least its plot is different, and it makes sense for being different, not for Jason just randomly getting on a boat and dipping.
That's the thing. This one's got a shitty story. Great Jason. The other one's got okay story. Shit, like no Jason.
Yeah, no Jason, but it's still Kane Hodder. and he makes
Yeah,
an
I
appearance
know.
in
So
the
it's
movie
like
as a
you
security guard.
do fucking see him and shit, and like you do kind of get a Jason, but it's like not. It's weird.
I love the backlash that Goes to Hell got as well, and then they're like, "Oh man, we should go back to formula," and then they made Jason X.
So basically, the next like couple
Yeah.
movies are all shit.
Yeah, that's why I was like, when we watched the last one, that's why I really like fondly remember that one, because that was the last movie, the newest last movie that was like still following the formula. So, and that's what I mean. Kane Hodder's great, but like that was the only Jason movie he got to do where he was actually Jason properly. So, I mean, Jason X has its moments. It really does. Like it has a lot of cool stuff, and it's newer film, so the production and the quality is really top notch on that film. But the fucking story, just like this one, is outright bonkers, just silly. But I mean, we trashed it a little bit talking about it when we were watching part 1 way back on this podcast. Oh boy, it's been a long time. I rewatched the remake recently, and every time I watch that, I feel like, especially after watching these ones again, I really start to appreciate the remake they did. It's actually not that bad.
It's not bad. I just don't like the fucking stop explaining shit.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's a lot of character backstory, which is unnecessary. Like the character backstory in these movies was always just for sex, or, you know what I mean? Just like some comedy. It was never like you wanted to get to know the characters. That was never the side. Though in this one, they do it sometimes with her and her dad teaching her how to swim. And then in the last one with Tina and her father, but it's so brief, so quick. And the last one, I feel like the way they paced it was just very slow. And they tried to get like all the traditional stereotypes in too fast. And I was just like, no, not for me. So, but I do like the kind of idealism that the final girl in Friday the 13th was kind of the captive girl almost, you know what I mean? Like she was surviving and she wasn't really like the main focus. And we had Jared Padalecki kind of as like the final guy. And I feel like he really worked in that. He was the Nick in that movie, like in New Blood, Nick and what's her Tina, Nick and Tina.
Yeah.
The chemistry between them, even though they were not brother and sister, they were like a thing. The brother and sister relationship between Jared Padalecki's character and the other girl in the remake reminds me a lot of that, kind of, only in the way they're portrayed with the storyline though. And I really enjoyed that. Was it Michael Bay who did that one? I'm pretty sure it was Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
So it has a lot of, it seems like he did it anyway. If it's not, it's very fucking just boom. Like, so it's not, yeah, it was produced by Michael Bay. Sean S. Cunningham, also the original creator of Friday the 13th, also produced it. And it was directed by Marcus Nispel, who directed, what else has he done? Let's see. That's why he got the job. He also directed one of my favorite reimagining movies. He did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003.
Yeah, those movies are awesome.
Those ones are fantastic. Like the beginning and stuff, they're all right. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, just that 2003 remake, is awesome.
Honestly, a lot of fucking the Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff is really good.
The only one that sucks is, in my opinion, is the third one with Matthew McConaughey. I didn't like that one.
Is that the one New Generation or some shit?
Yeah. Not a fan of that one.
Yeah,
but
that one's kind of mad, but yeah. And then like the remakes, there's Leatherface. There's a few other ones where they actually explain more to the story.
Silly, like the problem with this, or the problem with the remake of Friday the 13th, the Leatherface one had too much talking and too much unnecessary backstory, but I liked what they went with it, and like how she was a descendant of the Sawyers and all that. And
this is cool. A great death, by the way. This is you.
Yeah. I want that guitar, a nice purple V-neck. That's sexy. Missing a string though.
Lol.
Needs to be a 7-string in order for me to play it.
So just because that guitar popped up, you know the place where Dimebag sadly got shot?
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
It was torn down this week.
Really?
Yep. They demolished it.
That's a shame.
It's the way she goes with old buildings, sadly.
I guess, yeah.
Fuck, I would have just bought it and lived in it.
The other thing, just get off the sad, depressing part of things. The other thing I love about the Friday the 13th remake is Derek Mears plays Jason Voorhees.
Yeah,
he's
a good
tank.
Jason.
He was in the Hatchet films. He was the Predator and Predators. He also played Swamp Thing.
Like, I don't mind that movie. There's just a few things that I don't like how he gets around throughout the camp in his little tunnels. It's like, no, bitch.
The one thing I like about that one, I mean, and that kind of includes on the reason why I like it, but that's one of the things I don't like about the reason I like it, if that makes sense. I like how it shows Jason's thought process and how he's able to do what he does. Like the scene where he hears something and he goes and he switches on the camp lights and like, you know, he starts flipping over shit looking for them. Like we kind of see him have those moments in part 2 a lot where he's like, where are they? Where are they? And you see him searching. I really liked that because it built the suspense that, you know, he's a force that like he won't stop until he finds you. And I liked how that was kind of kept in the film for that reason. But the whole underground thing I thought was just a little unnecessary. I mean, it makes sense. I know they were just trying to find a realistic way because, you know, especially in that era, it was 2009. So everyone's like, that's not very realistic, blah, 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 blah. So this was their way to like kind of say, well, this is how he could have done it because he was never found. So like, how was he never found? Oh, because he lived in these tunnels no one knew about.
Yeah.
So, but I get why they did it, but yeah, not my favorite thing about the movie. But the kills in that movie are fantastic. Like when he drops down and shoves the screwdriver through the cop's head through the door. That's a wild shot. Not really.
I was thinking that too.
Like he's toned.
Fuck,
but
check out Kane Hodder, bro.
Yeah.
Dude's massive.
I heard it's funny. Usually a lot of the times Kane Hodder never broke character on set or anything like that a lot of the times in the last film. And due to like the stress and like the painstaking kind of conditions they were in when filming this movie, he would often like do something funny to cheer up the cast. So like the one scene when they're on the boat with the disco and all that scene when he kills them and he's like all after them and they all split up. Apparently right after they yelled cut, he just broke out and started doing a disco dance in full costume. It's like, goddamn Kane Hodder, way to go, my boy.
Could you imagine just hanging out with him and Bill Moseley for a day?
Oh, it'd be so great. Kane Hodder does a lot of appearances at cons and stuff. He's someone I would probably like to meet eventually if I had the time.
Yeah, I got to at Frightmare.
Yeah, he's a big dude, eh?
Oh, he's massive.
Yeah.
I know who was massive. The dude that played Nemesis in Resident Evil, Matthew something.
Oh, I just
super nice guy. He's a pretty big dude. And same with Robert Mukes or Mux or whatever his name is. He's in House of 1,000 Corpses. Dude is massive. Or maybe I'm really short, but probably that one.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's a fucking tank. He's also in what else has he been in? Let me see the other stuff he's been in. So yeah, House of 1,000 Corpses, obviously The Devil's Rejects, Coffin 2, the Coffin films.
Like Robert Mukes or Mux or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was in Weeds as well. Like the TV show.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because when he goes to Comic Cons, it's like Weeds and House of 1,000 Corpses. And I kind of giggled to myself because I'm like, oh, it's such a different spectrum, but I get it. I was just like, I don't know. Do I want my weed signed or do I want not my weed, but my Weeds DVDs signed?
Yeah.
Or
your weeds of weed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would probably be cool too. Be like weed, huh? Signed.
Did you ever get to meet Sid Haig before he passed?
No, sadly not.
Oh,
I wish.
Yeah. Good man. Good man.
I feel like that was the downfall of 3 from Hell, was him not really being in it, I guess, as much.
Yeah.
Because they recorded or they made the first 2 like maybe a year after, not even kind of moment, and then they waited like 15 years, so everyone got older. It just, the story didn't work as well. But if they recorded all 3 around the same time, it definitely would have worked way better.
You know, the movie's bad when we just trail off and talk about other films while it's watching it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, I kind of forgot
it's
we were
completely
watching this for a second.
There's nothing interesting going on here. It's still Friday the 13th, Part 8. Jason takes a boat,
walking through the fucking boat.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, look at some chairs on the boat.
Yeah, some chairs. Look at a janitorial.
Look, some laundry.
Very, very nice. Someone
Maybe
laying
you
on the
should clean
floor.
yourself.
I wonder if they're doing coke.
Yeah.
Oh, this is when
What was the Coke the party or
yeah, this is when their teacher catches them, and this is where she realizes that she's gonna have to seduce her teacher to get him not to tell and give her good grades.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
How do you think you get your work done so efficiently and so fast? All that coke.
Adderall. Oh.
Oh, she'll have her biology ready for you. Don't you worry. Not much to see when you go.
In a good old
I was
Vancouver.
gonna say you're only going to Vancouver.
Vancouver.
I don't think any of the actors actually went to Manhattan. All the shots that are in Manhattan are just of Jason, I think.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Like it would cost too much to have everyone out there. You gotta already now close down fucking New York basically just to have like Kane Hodder walk down the street. I mean, cool experience, but
This is a good kill. I was trying to remember like what kills I actually liked in this. There's 3 kills I remember liking in this movie. I thought it was only 2, but I do like this one. I thought this was a really funny kill. Very creative. The other 2, I mean, there's the infamous boxing kill. We all love that one. And I really enjoy when the teacher dies. That scene is another really good one I like. But
well,
this one I forgot about. This one's great. And every time I go into a sauna, I always think of this scene. I just forgot which one it was from. I guess this is the last one that's left where it takes place not in space or in some kind of fucking hick town. So this makes sense.
Yeah, you do. I like how he's still moist.
I love too when he picks up the rock and doesn't even flinch. Shows like how painless Jason feels. Nothing.
Shove it right through his chest, right up his bum bum.
He shoved it in his chest or his mouth?
I don't remember. This movie's like not very rememberable.
I think he shoves it in his face.
Smash!
Oh,
no,
right in the
yeah.
gut.
I thought it was like in the chest or stomach or some shit.
Oh, brutal.
Like it's got good kills. The story is just where it goes stale.
Right in the chest. That's
it was
pretty
just
badass.
Can we just have a whole movie of Kane Hodder kills?
Yeah, I just want literally like line a bunch of teenagers up outside of a building and just let Kane Hodder come in and dispatch them one by one. Call it like Kane Hodder Idol or Jason.
Everyone write a kill, like create a kill or whatever, and then send it to them, and then just get him to reenact them all.
Yeah, I wrote
fucking
this.
Pushed right off a boat.
It's just like I wrote this song for my family and all the people who believed in me, and then Jason just walks up behind it and just fucking twists her neck around and knees her through the chest. That's what I want to see. Just Jason Voorhees dispatching all the annoying people on American Idol auditions.
Simon Cowell.
And Simon Cowell. And then Jason does it and he rates the kills. Absolutely
like it.
Dreadful. Awful. I'll see now he's kind of fucked up looking, but not totally.
It'd just be like, would it be like drowning sounds or some crap? Like,
so is she crazy and she's seeing this shit? Like, what's going on there? Because she can't drown.
Again,
so like, I guess
little things where they lose me. Now they're seeing like a normal kid dragging them, and that's where I'm trying to justify it in my head, but it doesn't really work.
I get the idea that it's kind of like, you know, it's a subconscious fear from when you were younger because of what happened. So whenever you can't swim, the reason you can't swim is because you're constantly envisioning that. So like, I guess it's like some kind of complex. But like, what the? I don't know. It's stupid. Well, no shit. And clearly she's not fine.
No, go away.
Yeah, go find that bitch who did it and fucking throw her in.
No.
God, the girl's already sad because she can't swim, and now you're just driving her home even farther. What the fuck? This guy's crazy. Ralph.
I told you. It's Ralph. But like young Ralph.
Handsome Ralph. Oh, she's gonna see something in the mirror.
Her own reflection. Dun, dun, dun.
Blood. Is it Freddy? Is she asleep?
Looks like
Oh,
Kool-Aid.
wrong movie. Ah, the kid comes through the mirror.
Now it's kind of deformed. I don't know, man. Help me. No.
Yikes. Solid yikes. That was a very bad practical effect. Wasting all that water. It's not like you got an infinite supply or anything, girl. Oh, here we go. This is where she's going to try and sleep her way into a better grade. Slut.
Pass. A plus. I'm a terrible human.
She must be a succubus.
Yeah, probably. Oh,
Worst tattoos ever.
I don't know those are tattoos. I think that's supposed to be her diorama.
Oh. Good
Dumbass.
point. Oh, it is, yeah. Oh, man, he lost. Now he lost his job and she lost her career right there.
Succubus.
Yep.
Evil.
And then he's going to film it. So they got blackmail. It's smart. I mean, it's a smart play.
Yeah, damn right. Oof.
Rough. This guy here looking like almost every single fucking post-hardcore kid these days. With the long hair, the glasses and everything, even the shirt.
Why didn't you just go take the video? Be like, give me the fucking video. I'm your teacher. Uh-huh.
Sure. It's funny. I heard a really funny story on one of my podcasts I listened to, and one of the Japanese podcasts I listened to, and there was a really funny story in Japan of a teacher who got caught with a bag full of women's underpants in his storage department at the school. And when asked about it, get this is what he said. Okay. He was attending an arts and crafts show, like kind of like where people make their own things and sell them. And he had bought in a bunch of these underwear because he was going to donate them, essentially.
Mhm.
But like, and then he had like a receipt for the payment and everything like that he had. And he's like, yeah, I spent this much money on it, blah, 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 blah. Donate why would you keep them at the school then? I don't So he got away with it essentially. And then he resigned.
That's an interesting one. Okay.
Shit you can get away with in the world. I mean, Japan is such a wholesome country. So, I mean, when something like that happens, they're like, oh, okay. Because like nothing really like that ever happens. So like it can be, excused as an incident or like a coincidence, a bizarre coincidence.
Oh
because
yeah.
it's so unfamiliar for that kind of
bizarre coincidence having women's underwear at school. Like what the fuck, dude?
I know, right? So I mean, like, and the price, it was some cheap underwear. So it's either really shitty underwear or it was used. So who the fuck's gonna buy used? Who's gonna donate used underwear? It's just fucking terrible. His whole plan and his whole speech was like completely void of thought. I do like her like kimono, like her kind of robe she has on
Shower
here.
robe thing.
Yeah, I do like it. I'd wear that.
I know you would.
I love it. He's nice. I'd look better in it than she does.
You eat her right through the door.
When she does that scene, I literally thought when she was just a guy. She had put it into that mirror. I literally thought it was a stunt double and it was a man.
Now there's titties. He doesn't want to see himself. No,
he's like, I'm hideous.
I'm ugly.
Grabs a piece of
Now I'm gonna
glass.
fuck you up.
See, this is what you get for being a skank and not giving me that beautiful Komodo robe. Komodo? Komodo. I think that's what they call them. Komodos.
Stabby, stab, stab.
Kimono, not Kumo. Like not a Komodo, like a Komodo dragon. A kimono robe. That's what they're called. Yep. I mean, kimono robes are sexy. Let's just be real.
I know what to get you for Christmas.
Yeah. You in a kimono robe.
I like this. I can make this happen.
There
I just need a big enough box.
you go. Now it's the Titanic again.
We're going down.
Exactly. So obviously now we're getting into some very bizarre Jason stories. You got this, Goes to Hell, Jason X, Freddy versus Jason. What if you had to make a Friday the 13th movie, but you couldn't use the generic stereotype of it being at a camp and killing? What would you task Jason for his next big outing? If they said, Josh, we want to do another Friday movie, but you got to switch up the formula. What are your ideas? What would you like to see Jason do?
Jason goes to an amusement park.
Yeah.
I want to see my Canada's Wonderland or a Six Flags. It'd be hilarious riding roller coasters and shit. And then he's just waiting at the bottom until they come and just yeet.
Just like right at the bottom of a loop-de-loop on a roller coaster.
Yes,
he holds his
exactly.
machete
Just
out.
like, yeah, exactly. It's like Final Destination shit.
Yeah, that would be funny actually. What about Jason on a plane, like snakes on a plane?
That'd be funny.
I like how this
That'd be
was
a
in
good
slow
one.
motion for no reason. Ugh. And this scene is still in slow motion for some reason.
It's almost like they decided to try and hold out the effect to make it look good. And then they were like, this doesn't look good. So they moved it away and then came back.
Yeah. And I couldn't tell if that was just a really bad After Effects slow-mo or if they just overcranked if they just overcranked the camera. If they were
most
using other
likely.
crank cameras or not. Learning some
These
Godzilla
be
techniques.
some lazy fuckers, my friend.
Yeah, he did.
Jesus.
Your dad's
Yeah.
dead, boy.
I like how he propped them up.
Yeah. He is done for. I would have liked kind of a Friday the 13th movie done in the same era and mentality kind of idea as Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Like where maybe not like the whole fourth wall breaking thing where it's like in real life, but if there was a crime show type of thing where they, went and filmed like where terrible events have happened and they went to the original Camp Crystal Lake to see what was going on. And then like they were dispatched one by one. I think that would have been a really good idea for a movie. Considering like you're always wondering like, why the fuck does all this happen? People know about it, but no one investigates it. Like if we actually got to see the investigation of them, like trying to figure out what happened and actually went down. Because it's always like teens getting dispatched and then like all the investigation is just like whatever. Like it's just fast tracked really fast and not paid attention to. But I feel like that's would be the most interesting. If they want to focus on human story, have it being trying to undercover what happened rather than all these stupid, annoying, like, oh, I love this person, or oh, I have special abilities. Oh, I'm on a boat. Oh, I
Oh, I'm
can't
on a
swim.
boat.
Oh,
I'm at an amusement park.
Jason's on a boat and it's going fast and he's going to Manhattan, but for not long because the studio couldn't afford it, man. Jason Voorhees is who I'm talking about, bitch. Yeah, dead, but still walking. And then he's gonna go kill him. Kill him, not one of us, then picks up a sword or a machete to kill him.
Should probably just try and get off the boat.
Are you the one?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, listen to this guy. He's got the good plan. Oh, fucking big douchey white man. Fuck you. I like his plan.
Yeah.
I'd be siding with him.
I mean, the teacher's kind of an ass, so.
Yeah, he's an asshat. He's stupid. He gets them all killed. And here we get some dull time. So here's where we're going to talk about something really cool. You know what I started watching today?
Why?
Which I recommend everyone goes out and watches if they're into this sort of thing. I started watching Demon Slayer, the anime. Solid 10 out of 10 anime. Really enjoy it. I understand why it's so popular. To think that that movie was the highest, they had a Demon Slayer movie that went to theaters, and it was the highest grossing movie through the pandemic.
Weird.
It outsold and outdid Godzilla versus Kong at the box office.
What? It wasn't as big as fucking Tiger King.
Who?
What? What?
I still haven't seen Tiger King, honestly.
Bruh, you should watch it. It's hilarious.
I should not.
It's wild.
It's silly. I get it, but I have so much shit I need to watch, and a lot of my time recently has been I've been learning. For those listening on the podcast, I know Josh already knows, but I've been learning Japanese and stuff like that. So that's taken up a lot of my time between practicing music, learning Japanese, working, and doing this podcast. I haven't had really a lot of time to watch anything else. Finished Loki. So I'm all set for phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but
I just been working.
yep.
That's about it.
Making the dollar bills, y'all. So who do you think dies next? This girl, I think, right?
Yeah, most likely.
I think it goes this girl, camera dude, and then it comes down to the boxer, the other gym character that no one gives a fuck about, and then the teacher and the girl, and then the one girl who's supervising the kids, she gets dispatched before they get off the boat, or after? No, after.
I think after.
I think the teacher uses her as a human shield or some shit.
Yeah.
I believe that happens.
Help me.
This is a fucking nice boat, though. Yeah, because this is, yeah. This is funny. Where did you get this from, young lady? Goes to where they're all partying. There's literally like a wall full of booze.
I don't know why she just walked in the middle of the dance floor and started spinning.
I know, it's making me sick to my stomach.
Like, why didn't you go and hide? There's like 15 doors, counters. There's so many things you could hide behind, but you just chose to spin on the dance floor. I don't grasp this.
You had to
movie,
bust
man.
a move, man.
It's not even bust. You literally just spun around. You're like, oh no, I'm trapped.
Oh,
Kill her!
Somehow
Kill her!
Oh, and now he's there. I like how did you notice above his
Purser.
head it said pursuer?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Purser.
Pursuer.
Purser.
Oh, and now he's gone. Where could he be?
He's in the tunnels.
Exactly. He's in the tunnels. Fucking kill me. The more I watch these movies, the more I get excited and really hope that they're still going through with the Dead by Daylight add-on for Jason as a killer, because I think he'd be so good in that game.
Google if they finished the court case, because if so, probably.
Oh, that happened a long time ago, bro. That's why the game got shut down.
Yeah, I know, but there's been issues. So I was like, I don't know if they're continuing with it or just like,
oh yeah,
finally gave it to him.
They'd be stupid not to. I like how the music stops when he whips her on the floor. Lots of comedic elements in these kills.
In the game room, you found 2 axes, fucking some crowbars, like a hammer. This is a fucking wild game room.
Right?
What kind of games? Whack the mole, but with a hammer. And it's an actual mole. And a gun. I'm sorry. I don't get this movie. Fuck you.
I know Dead by Daylight is really like hush hush about their killers before they get announced. Apparently the lawsuit's still going on. But they're still planning for him to come into the frame for fall of this year. They probably have him finished and everything. They just can't talk about it or done anything. Like they kept the wraps on the Resident Evil add-on for a long time. Oh, look at he's going next. I knew it. See? I knew this.
Kill him.
He gets his face fucking burned off and his glasses go. There you go.
I'm blind.
You're just moshing too hard,
my
bro.
Glasses.
I like how he's got like the first person like camera perspective going on too.
Aha. Can't see a goddamn thing without my glasses.
Oh, right. He dispatches and kills the wrong guy. He kills the other guy.
Hey, who are you?
That's how it happens.
Who are you? What a fucking idiot.
He kills the crazy guy like Ralph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a dick.
No,
the
he
other
killed the other
the
the gym guy. I'm like the other white boy.
Oh yeah, the dude that got beat up.
Yeah,
well, not beat up, but lost the boxing match.
No, that was the guy in the sauna.
Is it?
Yeah, that was the guy in the sauna. This is the kids whose dad was the person.
Oh, the boat captain.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Fuck, it's easy to lose track.
Bitch slap.
The only memorable characters were the bitch who tried to sleep with the teacher, this guy, the guitar girl, and the girl who died on the disco floor. Those are the only memorable people who have been dispatched so far. Everyone else is like nada. She's been dead this whole time and no one asked any questions too. You really think about it.
Sounds like Darth Vader.
Oh, crotch is on fire first. That's just not cool. It's electrifying. Yikes.
You should watch Grease.
Oh, that's the son. So the other guy was just some random.
No, okay.
Just some random guy that no one gave a shit about.
He's the son of a captain. I don't know. I'm just pressing this button. Beep, beep, beep.
This is one of the coolest shots we've seen so far in this movie. Like, I don't understand. This movie's so hit and miss. Oh my god. This movie is the definition of me at a batting cage. Fails, miss, fails, miss. Oh, cool. Fails, miss.
I'm really good at the batting cages.
I am not. Actually, that's a lie. I don't know. I haven't been to one since I was a kid.
You should come next time me and John go. It's a blast. I take all my
It's a
weekly
bat?
anger out. Yeah, it's a bat. It's a bats. Take my weekly anger out.
There you go. I don't really have any anger to get out.
You will.
I don't know. Not yet. I haven't in a while. I am at peace. I mean, learning Japanese has kind of helped me stay pretty sane because it gives me something to do and it's relaxing. So I'm just sitting there and I don't know. The idea of learning a new language is pretty exciting. So like it's kind of kept me pretty occupied and happy and gives me something to do, keep my mind on. It's when I'm bored as fuck that I get mad. So I'm wasting my time. Almost like I'm wasting my time watching this movie. But
I was thinking the exact same
I'm
thing.
watching
I
it
just
with
didn't want to
good
make the
company.
joke.
So and this other random
Kill
guy,
him!
where did he come
Eat
from?
him. That's fucking the captain's homie. Or the captain's son's homie.
No, yeah. I was gonna say this is like from the group. So there's the three guys, this guy, the boxer, the other guy, and then the other guy who got dispatched. These guys must be his like friends / trainers. I don't know.
You're not allowed to have friends. Just jump off of it. That's what I do. Fuck it.
I'm being chased by a maniac. Okay, let's go the one way that has no way out. What?
Shh. He was in the tunnels.
Jason
How it
can climb a
works.
ladder so goddamn fast. Oh my god. He must have been top in gym class, man. Was he on the swim team?
Yeah, most likely.
Badoomts, because Jason can't swim.
Yep.
It's so funny. Radio.
TV killed the radio star.
He just yeets this guy overboard. He's gonna regret not killing him right there and then. Are we in Manhattan yet? What's this movie called again?
No. Jason on a boat.
Okay, because we're an hour in and we haven't even seen Manhattan.
Jason on a boat. And then we're getting that sweet ass arm angle. Rah.
Oh boy, no.
He looks like me when I come out of a cold pool.
I'm cold.
Towel!
Look who's stuck in the porthole.
Fucking idiot.
Fucking love Shark Tale. There's a good movie.
That's what we'll watch.
Well. Look who's stuck in the porthole. Get him, fellas.
I haven't watched that movie in so long.
How do you
Stab
trip
him
underwater?
Yeah. Stab
And
in
in
the
the eye.
eyeball.
Right in his meh. Meh. That's how you say I in Japanese, by the way, everyone. Meh. M-E. I understand what's happening to you. You're getting paid to be in a really bad movie.
Even if it was this shit, I would still be like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, how often do you get a chance to be in a Friday movie? It's like in the earlier Godzilla films where they hired North American military men to be in the films. And they were like, we're not actors, but hell yeah, we're not going to say no to being in a Godzilla film.
Exactly. Would you ever say no? No. Like, that's just
No.
dumb.
Strainer's knife. Get the knife. Does he have a weapon? He has a gun, right? Yeah, it looks like he's got a gun or something. I can't tell. It's a gun or a knife. That's a gun. But now those are moving. So that means Jason must be near. Chef Voorhees in the house. What's for dinner, my man? Oh, so
Potatoes.
yeah, he's got a flare gun. That's gonna do a lot.
Potatoes.
Ralph. Crazy Ralph.
I hope he's the only one that survives. Gets
I
off this
forget.
ship, walks off, and just like, yeah,
I
cool.
actually forget what
Fuck
happens
them.
to Crazy Ralph in this one. Titanic.
Basically, either that or someone's pissing themselves.
Yeah, fuck, I feel that. This is what would happen if Josh didn't actually go to take his bathroom break.
Wow, okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta pee.
Oh my god, it is Titanic.
Yeet.
Rose, Rose, hang on, Rose.
Turns
Oh, there's a
out
locked
Jason was
gate.
just pulling Jack down the entire time.
Jesus. I know it's like, okay, well, it's a boat with it being flooded. How can it not be Titanic, right? Of course, that's what it's gonna make us think of, but still, come on. Why is he every time he sees her? Why are you touching her? Get off this.
Because he's a weirdo. Touche.
Yep. Dope sweater though. Her little crew neck with the anchor, nice little sailor. She's like, I'm going on a boat. I'm gonna get all sailored up. Yikes. Would have been better if she had a Sailor Moon sweater on.
I would have loved that. I would have been very happy with my life.
Have you ever seen? Oh yes, this is when we get Crazy Ralph dead. Just by the way he's walking, you already know he's dead. Yeah, he's got something in his back. Fire axe. Damn, he's fired. I speaking of Sailor Moon, have you ever watched the original Japanese
No.
cut of Sailor Moon?
No.
So you know how in Sailor Moon the two characters are cousins,
Yep.
but they seem like kind of like they like kiss and hold hands and stuff, and they're really close.
Yep.
So in the original, they're lovers and they're lesbians, but
Nah,
apparently
I like
in
it.
North America, they're like incest is much more normal.
Well, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, right. That's what I fucking thought. They're like censoring it, but they're like censoring it in all the wrong ways. Because we can't, God forbid, we can't have a gay relationship in a children's show. So we're just gonna make them cousins who make out instead.
Kissing
Yikes.
cousins.
Just another thing that's fucked up about North American culture. Yeah, it's funny too. Like, English is the stupidest language ever. Oh, I love how you think it's Jason. It's like, no, buddy's still alive. He's just been keeping up with the boat this whole time. I guess the boat's been at a standstill because the captain's been dead, but
I assumed it was just floating away.
doggy. I do know at some point there's a scene where apparently in the script they had Jason kick the dog because it was barking or something. And Kane Hodder was just like, no, that's unnecessary. And they took it out. Good on him. Good on him. That's so funny. So there is kind of a positive to this movie. We'll see later on. I just got to mention it so I don't forget. But one of the scenes in the diner, when Jason's in the diner,
Yep.
he throws someone into a mirror, and that guy is Ken Kierzinger, and he actually doubles as Jason in a few brief shots in this film. But he went on to play Jason in Freddy vs. Jason.
That's rad. That's
So
really cool.
He got to play a couple scenes with Jason in this, and that was kind of his first toes in the water into playing the role.
Got to try out something different and like be the killer and the victim.
That's funny. Apparently, like a lot of the actors themselves pointed out a plot hole early in filming to the director. They wondered how the ship got out of Crystal Lake into the Atlantic Ocean.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I have questions.
Since most of them were just happy to be in the film, they didn't bring it up to the producers or the director. That's so fun. That's amazing. I love it.
This movie's ridiculous.
So apparently, Charlene, the girl who played the slutty teenager in this one, initially expressed discomfort about being filmed nude for the shower scene. To put her at ease, Rob Hedden, the director, borrowed a page from theater and filmed Laura himself stripped down fully naked and walked into the shower himself to illustrate how easy it was to make her feel more comfortable. Unfortunately, he didn't realize the camera was rolling the whole time. When the producers watched the Dalles next morning, they were very confused as to why their director was standing completely naked in a shower.
Yeah, I'd be kind of confused too.
Talking to one of the young actresses. Not to mention that all these girls were to be just graduating from high school. So a lot of them like probably were barely 19 predicted as that. So technically they're showing false child pornography in some of the scenes.
Oof.
They're all over 19. The 19
Man.
are over the actresses and actors, but the kids are supposed to be just out of high school. So that's
how much more time of this movie is left? This feels like it's been going on for fucking ever.
I know. We're at an hour.
I'm sorry. I'm just like, God damn it.
Now.
I'm really trying not to complain, but I'm bored. This movie is boring. It does not get, well, that's kind of funny. It's the fuck. I'm a mockery.
Even in the commentary, which is included on our version of the film here, the director apologizes to all the fans who were disappointed by the film.
Thank you. Thank you for the apology. I forgive you. At least you hired a good Jason. Like, again, there's not all bads. It's not all shit. It's just the story doesn't really hold up. They filmed in Vancouver. There's these assholes.
These are the guys that were doing heroin, right?
Yeah, these are the guys that robbed that other guy at the first time. And then, you know, when they were doing the pan of, Kane Hodder as Jason, those dickheads that were lying down were the dudes with the radio.
Yeah.
So, like, we see the people from New York in the opening. Like, the people that are going to be in the movie, that is.
They didn't have anyone else. They had to hire less extras.
I will.
This is the only one and only Friday the 13th film to actually have a blooper reel on the DVD and Blu-ray. That's funny. Wow, how ironic.
Yeah, fuck you.
I did notice that the boat was called Lazarus, which is obviously the biblical character who was brought back from the dead, just like Jason comes back from the dead.
Ah.
There you go.
No.
Also at the time, the lowest grossing film of the series, which eventually led to Paramount selling the series to New Line Cinema. So this movie did so bad, they sold the rights to New Line.
I could see that.
Yep, I definitely, yep.
You can have it. I'd honestly rather watch Jason X than this.
Yeah.
Jason X isn't all bad. I like the Jason costume, the story shit, but at least it still holds up.
Sorry, I thought
like
you said you'd rather
X?
watch this than Jason X. I was like,
No,
why?
no, other way around.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Jason X over this. At least that keeps my attention because there's always shit going down. I don't know, man. This one I'm just so bored of halfway through the movie, like every time.
So, really cool actually. Kelly Hu played the girl who got killed on the dance floor.
Yeah.
She was actually went on. This is her first film debut, and she went on to play. If you recall, she was in the Scorpion King. She played the sorceress in the Scorpion King.
No shit. Cool.
And in X-Men 2 United, I believe she played the one she played Yuriko Oyama, the one that's like their version of Wolverine, which has the big long fingernails. Do you remember that?
Sorry, I was trying to get over the whole heroin thing.
Oh yeah. But yeah, in X2, the one where it's like they tried to remake Wolverine and they gave her like the long fingernails.
Yep.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh shit. Cool.
So she went on to have a pretty successful career after this.
Yeah, she was in some good movies then.
Yeah.
I bet
Not
this
bad.
guy isn't.
She voiced Stacy in the Phineas and Ferb, the movie in Phineas and Ferb.
I fucking love Phineas and Ferb.
She voiced Devora in Mortal Kombat 11. That's cool. There you go.
I still think my favorite voice from Mortal Kombat would be Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Ronda Rousey.
In Injustice 2, the DC fighting game that NetherRealm Studios did. Robert Englund voices Scarecrow. That's a brilliant casting. It's fucking awesome.
Okay, that needle would have shattered.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's just a dead corpse on her.
I'm just still looking at Kelly Hu's filmography. She also voiced Lady Shiva in Batman Arkham Origins, the video game. She's been in so much. Yeah, Jason's getting shot. That's not going to do much. She's been in a lot of DC stuff. Batman Under the Red Hood, Green Lantern Emerald Knights. Shit.
This girl's also on heroin, I'm just saying.
Yeah, she's tripping balls.
Run. Why'd you scream? I would have just ran.
Yeah, just dip. Dip.
One thing I also don't get is that, like, if you were to run really, really fast and you would take like 5 corners before Jason even gets to you, how does he know where the fuck you are? Like, New York's huge.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Ooh. Death. Oh, here we go. The lead up to one of the best moments of this whole movie. And the only good.
And Jason's already on the roof.
Yeah. Somehow he's going to be. Many fans dislike Jason's unmasking in this, and it was deemed unconvincing and unintimidating. Yeah, because he looks like a loser. He does not look frightening, to say the least. It looks sad. If anything, you feel bad for him. I know there is a scene at the end, though, when the water comes rushing down and he's unmasked, and he like spits water out of his mouth because he's like regurgitating. And that was actually Kane Hodder actually throwing up. He just chugged a bunch of water and then threw up. Talk about devotion to the role.
So what's the ranking on this one?
The Rotten Tomato score?
Yep.
What do you think?
It's 40.
Oh,
30.
bro.
20.
Way too nice. 8%. Can we just talk about how he's a professional boxer, right? But yet he's punching him in the face where he has the most protection. Like, stop punching him in the face. Dumbass.
He's doing some body shots, but
Now
none of this is going to work.
I like this scene, though, because it's often cool. You never get to see someone actually go toe-to-toe with Jason like this. And Jason's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what are you trying to do? Just tires him out.
Fuck, I'm tired. I'm tired out from watching this.
You ever see One Punch Man, the anime?
Yeah, of course. I wish that was at this right now.
I mean, we're about to kind of see Jason take on the embodiment of Saitama. I think his name is. Give me your best shot.
Should have just kicked him off.
Saitama is the name of One Punch Man. He gets to embody him here. Best shot. All right. Boom. Ready? Wait for it. Goal. I love how he right hook punches the guy's head clean off, rolls down the building and then into a dumpster, and the lid closes. Talk about perfection. That's great. Love it. I like these like renditions of like when they put like people against each other who you never see fight each other and see who wins. The one I've seen recently, Superman versus Homelander versus Omni-Man from Invisible, and versus Satama, like from One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think would win that? I'm going with One Punch Man. Like, I'm all for Superman and like Omni-Man being dope as hell, and like Homelander's pretty OP, but
I
the
mean,
man
if you
literally
get punched
punches
one
a
time, yeah,
super
exactly.
demon.
So you get punched one time, you're kind of just fucked.
Yeah.
Imagine getting punched in the ass by that man. Like your
Get
ass just
obliterated.
explodes.
Game over, man. Game over.
How'd you die? Explosion of ass.
Yeah.
Like quite literally, his ass exploded. Okay, again, this girl is on heroin. She wouldn't be like running around and crap. Like they drugged her.
Yeah, they really drugged her up. And she's never done it before.
That's what I'm saying. She'd be like puking and be like, "Rah." It'd be scary times, my friend.
They did
scary
not,
times.
Yeah, they did not like do any research for their role. Not dedicated to their art.
No, no. Inaccurate. Fuckers.
Here we go. He gets yanked out of the car, right? So this happens here.
Yeah.
Nice touch. I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is pretty cool. I like this.
Now you're all in the car.
No handles. Oh, duh,
drive, motherfucker, drive. I don't even care. Run them over. What are you saying?
Exactly. Stealing a cop car. All right, now pull a Jeepers Creepers. Back over him. Go over him again. Back over him.
Nah, don't. Keep going. See, why does he look more deformed over time? I don't get
know. And this stupid slow-mo shit.
That was dumb. She should have just drove away.
Is this movie over yet? This is Friday the 13th part 5 all over again. Just great potential, horrible execution.
Nah, part 5 is great compared to this bullshit.
I agree. Part 5.
I'm just saying, like, at least I was entertained during that.
Yeah.
Bing bang boom explosion. Woo.
I would like to say that we're like 3/4 of the way through the film, and we really still haven't seen Jason in an actual Manhattan setting. We just see him in alleyways in Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Canada. Just like, come on, guys. And not to mention the filming of this movie doesn't make a lot of sense. Like when I look at this film, like from the production of it, and like this scene is so unnecessary. Like, why would you have not have done this scene earlier so it made more sense? Opened with this scene. This is what you should have opened with. Fucking stupid. Hate this movie. Get this really uncomfortable father-daughter scene. Like, fuck off.
It's so pretty today. Shut up.
Perfect day for a swim. Whips her
Drowns her
in water.
We're dicks. It's that stupid fucking teacher guy.
He looks the same age too.
He's a fucking perv, man.
Yep. If you teach your kid how to swim like this, you're a sack of shit. Yeah, but he was also whipped into a lake by a bunch of dicks. Look, and then you talk about him like he's some kind of creature. Not to mention,
Literally, this dude's a douche. Fuck,
yeah.
let's find out. Throws her in. Drown, bitch.
So, not to mention 19. Oh, I guess it kind of makes sense because 1957 was when Jason drowned. And if you do the age jump between these two, there must have been like what, like a. Yeah, no, not even because she would have been like what, 12 there, like 10 years
Yeah,
old.
maybe like 10, maybe.
I'd say 10. Okay, so let's do the math here. So she's like 10 years old then, and Jason drowned in 1957. So, and he came up, what year did he come up and start killing people? When was part 2? Let me just check.
70 or is it 60? I don't fucking know, man.
Part
I'm terrible
2,
with dates.
1981.
Oh, okay, cool.
So let's just do the math here. 1981 was when he came out. So, and this one was 1989. So if we subtract, she would have been like, she's like 20, right? 19, 18, because they're just graduating high school.
I don't know, man. You don't pay me enough to fucking do
So
math.
let's subtract 9. So it would have been 9 years ago, which would have made it 1980. So Jason was still a young boy when he was supposed to be just coming out of the water to start killing people again. There's a huge continuity in the story. Silly. Here we go. Here we get the just desserts, though. We finally get to see this douche put down. Oh, yeah. Remember that guy you said who wasn't real this whole time? Surprise, motherfucker. That's not true. That's impossible. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. I am your father. I like
No,
I like this shot. This is a nice shot. Yeet. You just see him go up and then yeet it out the window again. Because he just magically teleports now.
Still, no, it's the tunnels. See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, how could you explain him getting around with tunnels just in general through the forest? Like, there's not tunnels running around everywhere. It's just no.
Oh,
Eat my ass.
This, the head punching scene, and the sauna. These are like the 3 best kills of the movie. And in my opinion, the only reason to watch it. This one's good for a number of things. You want him to die, and I think it's funny that he just drowns him in this nasty ass sewage.
He deserved it.
Yeah, exactly.
Asshole.
No parking, tow away zone, truck turning, old rock on way, SPR, no tow away zone.
Truck.
Question mark. Is it the Riddler? Is it Batman crossover?
Yes.
She's still coming down off the heroin, apparently.
I'm just tired.
What is she doing? Shrooms now? She's going back to her childhood?
Maybe. Having some good old friendly time.
Everyone close to you, you're losing. It's because you decided to be in a shitty movie. Oh boy. An unnecessary romance that's gonna go nowhere. Way to take advantage of her. Like, she's coming down off a drug fucking. She's literally coming down off drugs. And you're like, I'm gonna take advantage and make out with you.
Smack her in the forehead.
She deserves to. Now they both deserve to die. I heard those lips smacking. And Jason just bursts through. He's like the dad at like the girlfriend's house when you're younger, you know, like leave the door open.
No doors get closed.
No doors get closed in my house.
That's the way she goes, boys.
This guy's just like, what the fuck? I do kind of like the silliness how he just walks through New York and no one bats an eye because like they've seen so much fucked up shit in that city. So they're like, yeah, whatever. What else is new? I like that humor to it.
I would have stared at him like, what the fuck is that?
It almost reminds me of like if you ever saw anyone watching, if you saw Shazam, the DC movie, and like he wakes up in the
No one
subway
watched
train.
that pile of shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. That was yeah, fuck you.
You're just taking shots at me just to wind me up. You haven't even seen it. And when he wakes up on the subway train after he gets the powers and he's in the full outfit and he's the adult, and he wakes up and he's like, dude, like red white cape, red suit, gold shoes. It shouldn't work, but it does. And everyone's staring at him, being like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, that's the natural reaction. Everyone's just sitting down, not giving a shit.
Help!
Like, why? What do I do?
Nah, man. Dick.
What the fuck happened? What is this contraption?
I would throw him off. I mean, he'd be like so confused.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be confused.
All right. So now we're officially seeing Jason in some New York-esque environments. We've seen him on a subway train. At least that's kind of New York-like. Oh, yeah. Be careful where you're laying on those tracks, dude. Okay, well, if electricity brought him to life, I don't think that's going to do much.
Oh, it's going to give him an extra, like, boner.
There you go. Now he's going to be rock hard, Jason.
It's the way to be.
It's over. He's dead. We killed him with electricity, which is what brought him back to life at the beginning of the movie. Must be all okay. We resurfaced to the McDonald's in New York and Times Square. Everything's okay. This scene right here, this is where all the budget went for this movie.
McDonald's. Shit, that's where they got their budget.
Like,
from
you can
for
even
this
see
movie.
the taxis back in the background stopped in a line blocking people from coming down the street.
Yep. Literally, that's where they got the money, all this advertisement. How do you think they were going to pay for it? Canon, fucking Coke, Batman.
Whatever the fuck this is advertising.
Yeah, I know. Lilo and Stitch.
Kodak
I don't know.
cameras.
Okay.
Lilo and Stitch. That's funny. Because it's a Kodak moment. If anything, I feel like they would have had to pay the companies to put that in their film. For this film, anyway. Fucking shite. Dun dun dun. Here we go. Jason in Manhattan. I thought this was Jason rides a boat. Why is he in Manhattan?
No,
It's the name of the film. I had no idea.
Jason on a boat. Do. Jason on a boat.
So an hour and 26 minutes to get to this point.
And he's finally in Manhattan. Well, I mean, he's been in Manhattan, but not really.
There's less than 20 minutes left of this film. Jesus. Like, yo, chilled out, bitch.
It's probably like the best scene during the entire movie.
Yep. From here on, the movie's not bad. It's all right. So for anyone who's not watching, there's these like gang kids just sitting listening to their beats on their little jukebox, And Jason comes along and just kicks it, and they're like, "Yo, you're dead meat, pal." And they'll whip out their chains and their switchblades, and then he just like pulls up his mask, and they're like, "Oh, we're cool," and they run away. But it's broke. The actress
Why'd you
here,
even say it?
the actress here, it's actually the director's sister. Yeah, the director's sister. Nice little extra. So this guy right here that gets whipped into the mirror, this cook here, this is the guy who plays Jason in Freddy vs. Jason. And he
I
actually
could see why.
played a couple stand-ins of Jason in this movie.
I could see why. He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's huge.
Like he'd make a good Jason.
I like in the reflection of the mirror because it's all warped. For a minute, Jason looks like he's got like a small head. It's really funny. He walks up. Bet you wish you let them use the phone now. Bitch. Oh my god. You should have a yawn counter for this film. That's yawns of boredom, not even tiresome. Oh, a dead end.
That's the way she fucking goes, man.
Oh, that's okay. Go into the sewers. Get Raphael, Leonardo, Donatello, and Michelangelo to help you out. Master Splinter was already in the film earlier, so we're already kind of blending those universes together. And you know, if TMNT exists, so does Daredevil. I told you, have you seen that that kind of connection before, that theory?
Of what?
Daredevil and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, I haven't.
So in the original, obviously in TMNT, there's a barrel which the ooze is coming out of because it falls off a truck and the turtles crawl into it in the original comic, and that's what turns them into the turtles, right?
Yeah.
If you look in the background, there's a kid in a red sweater and some people accompanying him on the side of the road next to the yellow barrel. And then if you read the original Daredevil comic, he jumps out in front of a truck to save somebody, pushes them out of the way, causing the truck to veer, and the barrels off the back of the truck fall off and they spill into his eyes, and that's what
Yeah.
Matt Murdock blind. He's wearing a red sweater, the barrel's yellow, and it's like he's seen in the background of the TMNT. So there's like a theory that TMNT and Daredevil were connected.
I like the concept.
And the same truck that derailed the, blinded Matt Murdock that he saved and caused also created the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's cool. I like that one.
Which is funny because then the TMNT is owned by Warner Brothers. So there's been like Scooby-Doo and Batman crossovers with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but not Marvel.
They should cross over everything.
Imagine TMNT was the one thing that bridged DC and Marvel together again.
I'm in. Why can't we all just get along?
Yeah, that's okay, because you know what does exist? Godzilla versus the Avengers. That's a real comic book. Oh, blech. All these off-screen kills piss me off. The flashlight of doom.
You sure?
Right. Jesus. Now it's just like all this sewer chase scene of just them running down long hallways and him following behind. Big whoop. Hey, here we go. Here we get the grand Jason face reveal of this movie in all its awfulness. And he gets a scream, I think, too. Yeah. Oh.
I hate that. I hate it so much.
Awful.
It's like Tales from the Crypt Keeper bullshit.
Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
I don't know. That was fun.
Get up, Sean.
Shut up, Sean.
I also like in the last one, we liked that the last one ended without no like he'll be back or like some cliffhanger bullshit in the last one, right?
Yep.
And does this one end with one? I'm pretty sure
We'll
it does.
see. This whole movie's a fucking mess.
I know. This is the only one I really look forward to the end. Here we go. Here we get that. Remember I was saying how like Kane Hodder threw up all that water?
Yep.
That's this next scene here. Because they pull the usual sewer flush or they flush it with all the acid to kill everything. Don't let me drown. Right here. That was actually Kane Hodder throwing up. Ugh. And then the lame thing where he gets pretty much drowned in the acid, and then as he goes down, his hand becomes the little boy, and oh, so bad. It's a bubble bath. Plus, like, there's no way he can come back. Like, he's done for. Like, at this point, he's like disintegrated.
Help. I'm melting.
I'm melting. Literally looks like a pumpkin that someone like left on their fucking porch like a week after Halloween for too long.
And now where's Jason? Jason's in hell. Oh,
fucking Christ.
Got it. Yeah, exactly.
Not
See?
even, because remember how that one starts?
Yeah, I know, but we'll just that's next movie.
It just makes me so mad. I know technically they switched movie companies, so they could have done whatever they wanted with the next one. That one's not in continuity with this series. That's why this one ends here. Boo. Boo.
Why is there some little kid sitting there?
It makes no sense. Boo. The Mask. On a scale of 0 to 10, what do we rate this movie? Boo.
0.
I think it's a little harsh.
Nah.
I give it a 2.
Like I give it like a 4.
I'm not.
And that's still being generous. And that's
Yeah.
because I like Kane Hodder a lot, and I
Yeah.
liked the way that Jason moves. It's just the story.
Well, then
ruins
like
it
a
for
New
me.
Blood. New Blood's great. The last one is great. This is a 2. Oh, there's that necklace from the earlier in the movie with the Statue of Liberty.
Oh my god! Oh my god, Clarice!
Lame.
My dad died. Everyone died.
Let's all be happy now. Oh, but it's not over. The dog.
He comes back with the mask. I'm Jason now.
Yeah, the dog Jason. Dog Jason Voorhees. Wow.
Like, and you're not gonna like report it. You're not like, how do you get home? You're gonna call your parents. Like, what do you do?
Man, America, bro. It's the land of where dreams come true. They can just start a new life, bro.
Uh-huh. No one's gonna wonder about that ship and everything.
Yay, it's over. Yay.
Thank Jesus.
I apologize to everyone who thought they should just watch this movie with us. I really hope you just listened to the podcast. No one should have to sit through this movie again.
I like how Toby's name is Ace.
Ace Ventura. That's what we should have watched.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. Well, this is where
Do
we're
we
ending
have
this.
to watch the credits?
No, we most certainly
Okay,
do
cool.
not.
Jesus, this movie's already. I'm like, this is an hour and 50 something minutes that I'm not getting back. My
Well,
friend.
obviously, folks, you've now come to the conclusion that me and Josh did not like this one. If you did like this movie, everyone has their own opinion, and it's okay to
feel
like
bad for
something that
you,
other people
son.
don't like. Don't listen to Josh. If that's the case,
Judgment.
feel free to leave a comment on the video, or you can obviously contact us personally or at our Facebook page. We'd love to hear what makes this movie special to you and why you maybe liked this movie, or if there's even more reasons that you hated this movie than what we mentioned. Feel free to leave it below in the comments or reach out to us at Killer Kaiju Cast at Twitter, at Killer Kaiju Podcast at Facebook, or you can always email us directly if you had something personal you want to say about the movie, or if you want to be a future guest on the show at killerkaiju@gmail.com. As always, it's been Lucas and Josh. We're happy we done this
Bye.
film, and we will see you next time for possibly a kaiju film, possibly
Yep.
Jason Goes to
Yep.
Hell. We'll just have to wait and see. Until next time, folks, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later
Bye.
on Godzilla Takes a Boat.
Yeah, basically.
See you later, guys.
Bye.